All right, I'm going to show you the top 5 Claude AI features that save you hours every single week. Let's get started. So the first one is Claude Projects. Let me go and show you exactly what this is if you don't know what Claude Projects are. So you can come in here. This is what you'll see when you log in is you can just start typing, hey, write me an email to my boss so I can fire my boss and quit my job today, right? So you type that in right there. It does a really good job, right? What you really want to do is for things like, for example, for me, I run multiple YouTube channels. This is not the only YouTube channel that I run. I have other channels that have over 20,000 subscribers. And I've been doing this full time for over 5 years. And so I have to build systems that help with efficiency to get things done quicker, right? And so if I want Claude to help me with my YouTube video titles, then I'm going to create a unique project. And what I mean by that is I'm going to come over here and open up the menu. I'm going to go over here to the projects section right here. And you'll see that we have a bunch of different projects right here. So many things. I ran an NBA channel before, and it helped me with my title and description. It helped me write scripts right over here. I've been an Amazon influencer right over here. It helped me with scripts right there. I've got another channel right there. So it really does a bunch of stuff for me. The one that I traditionally use it the most for is you'll see right over here under starred viral YouTube title creator. We have course creator and we have software review title creator right here. So this viral YouTube title creator, right? So if I click on that, you'll actually see that this is the project, right? I have this full-blown uploaded, all kinds of stuff, right? So if I find a YouTube channel that creates really good content in my niche and I want to create similar titles because they're working for that other YouTuber, for example, I can click on here and I can paste in a ton of different titles right here. And we can actually even update this, right? So I could come over here and just to show you, we could go over here into YouTube and click on YouTube and just to show how you can easily add assets that you can use, right? So I'm going to go over here and I'm just going to say Rob, the AI guy, and it's right there. And let's just say that this guy creates really good titles and he's got almost 100,000 subscribers on this channel. We're going to come over here and I'm going to go into videos. And then what I'll do is I'll just come and, just grab several of his titles from the last few months. And I'll go basically like that, right? So about the last 4 months, which is great. I'll copy those. And then what I'll do is I'll come back into my Claude dashboard. And right over here, I will say files, and I'll actually add text from content. And I'll say, Rob, the AI guy, new titles. And this is from June 29th, 2026, right? Just put a little note. That's just for your internal use. And then we'll paste all that in, right? So we have all this information right here. And what I love about this is that we don't have to go and create a Google Doc or a PDF and then download that and then come and upload that. And that's what separates, Claude from like ChatGPT, Perplexity, Gemini, all those others. You have to have documents and connect them or upload them. Right here with Claude, you can simply on the fly create your own knowledge base, which I really, really like that feature. It definitely stands out ahead of those others that I just mentioned, right? So we have all these right here. And what I'll do right here is I'll actually copy this right here, and I'll say add content, right? So now we have this new piece of content right here. And look, we've only used 5% of our project capacity. We can just continue to keep flooding this. There was I took this screenshot from a 1 of 10 video, right? And it was like the things to consider when creating your, just really good information about YouTube, being a YouTube content creator. So I uploaded that to train this AI. And you can see all the use cases. I use the heck out of this all the time. Now I have this trained to where I can actually record a video, that I can actually take that transcript of the video that I just recorded, my own content, right? And I do recommend not copying any other people. You can use like their YouTube titles for inspiration and stuff like that, but you're always going to want to create your own content. Creating your own content and being genuine and authentic and original is what's going to separate you. And I think that we're going to get over this AI slop era in the next 12 months or so. And the people that are continuing to make human content are the ones that are actually going to come out ahead, right? So don't let all this AI stuff fool you where you should completely automate everything and push a couple buttons and then everybody should be millionaires. It just doesn't work like that, right? So the people that are going to stay human, people are going to come back and they're going to want to watch human content in the future. And they're not going to want to watch AI slop and, AI copying AI with an AI avatar, right? It's just complete garbage, complete crap. And you know it, I know it. And you're going to end up, it's boring content, right? So you can do all kinds of stuff, right? So a lot of times I paste my transcript in right here and I say go, and it actually goes and does a full, framework for me. Then I can come in here and just show you, like, for example, this Spy Academy, for example. This was a software review that I did on another channel. I pasted in my transcript right here. See, you can see, all right, welcome back to Ecom Printables, right? Another YouTube channel that I own and create content for. And you can see all this entire giant transcript that I was able to just paste in there. And then what did it do? It went out there and it got all these amazing titles. It rated them 5 stars, really good content. Like what hook, and it's grading it based on information and factual knowledge based than just saying, hey, which one do you think's better, Claude? It actually is trained already on what to look for the best title. And then it will come over here and it'll actually tell me, this is the best title, and here's why. And here's your runner-up titles right there, right? So it gives all this stuff. It gives me a hook right here. It gives me a sentence summary that I can put in my YouTube description. It gives me an email that I can go and promote my video and the product to. It gives me a Twitter X post, a school community post right there. It does a bunch of stuff for us, right? And so when you have a project, right? When you have a project, I'm going to go back into projects and just show you this real quick. We can actually go in and use this. I can actually also say, hey, create my 5 next video titles for my channel. And I'm going to go like this. And for my channel blank, I'm going to say, and use only this from the files to get inspiration from. So I'm going to go like that. Rob the AI guy, new titles, right? So we're instructing it to use this, only this right here. It's still going to use the instructions right here. And then I want 5 titles. What I can do is I can come over here and go into my channel AI content creation. I can go to your channel right over here. I can grab the URL from that and I can go back over here into Claude and I can put that in right here. And now I can go boom. And then now we're using a project and with all the knowledge and everything. And so we don't have to have a cold start every time we want to come in here and create titles. We don't have to explain to it that I'm a YouTube content creator. You're a YouTube title expert. Here's my YouTube channel. Here's this, here's that. You can create a specific project. And I like to think of it as you're creating your own kind of miniature software inside of Claude, arguably the most powerful large language model out there. And you're creating your own unique workflow and software for your use case inside of Claude. And so you no longer have to go in there every single time and explain it, your whole business and your branding. And here's my title, here's my YouTube and everything. What I just did right here, I could actually create this as my own project, a very specific small project, and just say, hey, every time you create titles for me, I'm going to paste in a transcript, but I want you to create the title for me based on this right here, right? So that's how you would create a project and use this to the best of its ability. We'll come back in just a sec. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, and your company's growth now depends on your next move. Introducing the AI for Business Summit, a free live online workshop. You'll get a clear step-by-step blueprint to maximize AI across your entire business: marketing, sales, lead generation, and social branding. Learn to get more done in less time, fill your funnel, turn low-cost assistants into powerhouse team members, and become the #1 authority in your market. Taught by 4-time Inc. 5000 founders. Get your free seat today by clicking the first link in the description. Okay, so we are back and let's see what Claude Projects did for us. So here's the full content package built from the Rob the AI Guy June 29th data and matched to AI Content Tools channel, right? So now we have this new AI agent just destroyed Claude and ChatGPT. Insane results, right? So it's creating titles based on what works for Rob the AI Guy. Look at Google released this 3.1 Flash and it's insane. Every single thing is insane to this guy right over here, right? And so it's going to create these, insane right there, right? Like it understands, it has a couple capitalized words in there and stuff. So it created these, right? This new AI tool turns your idea into a real business, right? Here's some great titles for us. This new AI video agent creates and edits videos in seconds. This AI tool, so this new AI tool is really working really well for Rob the AI Guy. So that's probably what we want to do on this channel as well. Then we have this 1 of 10 titles as well. So I tested every new AI tool right here. Boom, here's the winner. So we have this this whole content plan. Every single one of these is going to be a great title to go out there and experiment. We have a persuasion score right here as well. That's how you can go out there and use this to your advantage. Okay. So next up on the list, right, for our top 5 AI features that save hours per week, number 2 on the list is connectors, MCP connectors, right? So I'll just go and briefly show you how to do this, right? You can go to customize over here. We can go into connectors. And once you have a connector, you can see all the ones that I've used right over here. I've got like an AI content writing software. I've got vidIQ. I've got my Google Drive, my Google Calendar, my Gmail, all hooked up right over here that we can use. And you can turn on and tell it what you want it to be able to read and utilize for your connector. And so let's just go with vidIQ. So how would this work, right? So we'd go into a new chat and I would just say like this. I would say something like, and I'm going to say not 4.8. I'm actually going to just take this down to Sonnet because we don't really need to use Opus 4.6 or Opus we don't need to use Opus 4.8 all the time. That's the most powerful version of Claude. And you actually are limited. I'm on a $20 pro plan down here, but I can even use too many credits also. And it'll also take longer. Sonnet 4.6 is faster as well. And if we're doing some keyword research, we don't really need to use Opus, if that makes sense. So I'm going to say, use the vidIQ, and I believe you can use like an @ symbol vidIQ or something like that. There's another way you can do that, but use the vidIQ MCP to do keyword research for the work from home niche on YouTube. Give me my next 5 YouTube video titles based on search keywords, and they must have 5 or more keywords in the phrase, so they are long tail. Boom. So that's it. I didn't go and use some fancy, prompt engineering, enhance my prompt. I didn't need to do any of that. I just told it exactly what I want it to do. And I find that actually works really, really well for these large language models when you just speak in layman's terms, when you just speak directly, tell it exactly what you need, and that's it. Just leave it alone. It doesn't need to be full-blown advanced. AI is so good that it can depict exactly what we need, and it can go and run with it. And look how fast this is, right? So it's going to use the vidIQ, running multiple keyword research queries in parallel to cover the home niche well. Used vidIQ integrations. We can click on this right here and it will tell you it did keyword research for us using the vidIQ connector right there, okay? And then it came out here and it found our titles. Remote jobs, no experience, how to get your first work from home job in 2026. The keyword base, remote jobs, no experience, right? So remote jobs, no experience. I put that at the beginning right there. We have a search volume and we have a video score of 74 right there. Then we can come down here and start looking at some of these work from home jobs right here. Boom. What is the keyword? Work from home jobs, no experience. Work from home jobs, no experience right there. So I found all these really great keywords, and then we can go out there, and it also made the title for us. So it's a lot more, clickable, searchable, all that stuff. So this is a great way and a great example of how to use connectors for inside of Claude to save you hours and hours of time. What is the next one right over here? Well, we have Claude Research, deep research. Now, what do I mean by that? Well, we can come in here, we can start a new chat, right? And then we can come over here and we can actually turn on research, and we're going to do this is telling it deep research mode, right? Now, of course, we can change the model that we want, but 4.6 is fine. And we could just say something like, Hey, Claude, so I want you to do deep research on the ketogenic diet. I want to create a Shopify store with a food product that would be perfect to create and sell across the United States. It needs to be ketogenic. Research and find out, dinner items, lunch items, dessert items, and snack items. Which one that we could probably tap into easiest, right? Which one has the most demand right now that we'd be able to create content on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube to start bringing traffic to our product and actually have success in our business. So go out there and do this deep research and provide the information on why you came up with your answer. And that's it. So we just do that and then we go boom. And now it's going to go out there and start doing deep research. We'll come back to this in just a minute while it's going to go out there. So it's going to say this, a few questions before I dive in. These will help me make a better research. So what's your rough production fulfillment plan? Are you thinking of manufactured by a co-packer? Those are great questions, right? Made in-house. I'm going to say made in-house. Do you have a price point? Let's do, okay, so I'm going to say right here, so I'm just going to go 1. I'm going to say in-house. I'm going to do a shift return. I'm going to do 2. And we're going to say the price point should be $20. Actually, you know what? We want to go with $30. I know about e-commerce. You want $30 at least because it's going to, both shipping and all that kind of stuff, right? We're just going to say 20 to 30. No free shipping if they purchase 80 or more, then free shipping. Ship to all states in USA. Something like that, right? And then 3, any dietary restrictions to layer in alongside keto, nut-free, no all ingredients. So we're not going to cater to a nut-free, a keto customer. It's just going to be keto foods in general. Boom. So that's going to go out and get started. We'll come back to this. What's the next one on the list? Well, artifacts. Okay, so I want to go and show you artifacts. I'm going to come over here and show you what this actually looks like. So if I come over here and we go click on artifacts right here, people might wonder what artifacts are. Well, artifacts are really just when you create something inside of a chat. And let's say you say to create a tool that does X, Y, Z or something like that, it's actually going to create it as an artifact, right? And what I mean by that is that I created this tool over here that is a keyword cleaner. And it basically is a piece of software. This right here, if anytime you see this right here, it's basically an artifact inside of Claude. Now, what I can do with this is I can paste a bunch of keywords right over here. I can change this to whatever the topic is, right? So for example, I can do keyword research over here and I can copy all these keywords right over here. So I'm going to go like this. And I'm going to copy all these keywords. It's like 1,300 keywords. So let's go copy this entire list of keywords. And some of them are not going to be great keywords to go after. And I've trained the software. It's basically a software, right? And so I've trained this to look for certain things. And I can even push aggressive if I want to. And I can go like this and I can say keto diet as the keyword. I can paste all these 1,300 keywords in here and it's going to go and optimize it by pushing this button right over here. And now watch what happens. We have now shrunk this list from 1,300 keywords to 689 keywords because, and then look at, they're all set up and ready to go for YouTube. They're all in perfect and they're all search based. This is great way to do it. We can go to copy titles right here. I can copy this and put that into a spreadsheet. And now I have my content planned, this whole list based on keyword research. Now it found the best keywords for me, and then it also optimized them for YouTube. They made the titles a full case and added in like easy tutorial, simple steps, complete guide, step-by-step, beginner's tutorial, a full tutorial, all that stuff, just to add that clickability to it. So that using artifacts is another great time saver as well. And then finally, what is the 5th and final Claude AI feature that saves hours every single week? Well, this is memory. Let me show you exactly what I mean by memory. So if we come over here and let's just say I go back into my Claude project over here, you'll see this thing called memory. And let's go and actually click on this and see what it actually does. So it will, as you use we'll come back to this one over here. So let's go back to like Course Creator, for example. This is going to understand my business and it's based on your project. So you're going to be using this inside of your project right here, right? So it's going to understand like how I use Claude and you're going to want to turn this on and it's going to start saying, hey, here's my name, here's what I've been doing. Here's my LLC. How long have I been doing this? Since 2019, 20,000 subscribers on this channel. And I got this channel over here. Then I got this little community over here. I've got this website over here. I've got this, service that I offer right over here. Then I'm a top 5% affiliate on JV Warrior Plus. I'm a top AppSumo affiliate. It knows everything about me and my business so that when I come in here and I want to say something like, hey, create a content plan for me just based on my business. I don't have to say anything else. I can just say, hey, tell me what I should do in my business next to make, 10K very fast. I mean, literally, I can just do something like that. I didn't have to do anything else, but this is going to be better than if you didn't turn memory on because it already knows my business. It's already collected all kinds of stuff right over here on the Simple Commission Formula launch. It knows my business. Here's my honest take on the fastest path to 10K based on everything we've built and what's already in motion. The Product Spark AI launch is your most direct path. And that really is the truth. It actually got that right. I'm planning on doing a launch, a full funnel, low ticket cost, like $10 literally, And it has the entire thing right here. And it's saying that you could probably make money doing that. Or you can do your SaaS traffic boost right here and get sponsorships. And you could make additional $5,000 per month almost instantly right here, right? So it literally tells me in my business how I can make my next $10,000 the fastest. And I would actually agree with this right here. So how do you do that? You turn memory on. But I believe you go over here to settings, and then you go in here to, you go right here, you go to settings, and you click on capabilities, and then you make sure that this is on, right? So memory is turned on right here. And that way Claude can actually start understanding you, your business, all that stuff, right? That's how you turn on memory right there. Now let's go back and see what it actually did for us right over here. Now this does happen. We did get a stop right here. So I'm going to go and actually go redo this one and show you what it ends up doing. Okay, so right now it started the research back up again, and look at keto food product market research. It's actually doing that research for us right now. And now you can see right here, 149 sources and counting. It's finding every source that it can find in order to bring us knowledge. 169 sources now right here. Okay, so we are back. It's been about 10 minutes. Here is our deep research report right here, keto food product market research. So your keto food product opportunity report for 2026 Shopify brand is ready. It recommends building a homemade savory keto snack brand, almond flour, cheese crackers as the hero SKU with grain-free granola as SKU 2 and sold at 24 to 28 multi-packs, and explains why dinner and lunch should be avoided while dessert ranks as a strong runner-up. So it did all the research, Catalina Crunch, all these big companies, and this is the artifact that it created, the report right over here. And you have all this information. We can go and now we can copy, we can download this as a full-blown report. You can also go like this and move this over and start really looking at the key findings right here. North America held 38% of the ketogenic diet market in 2025. So it's huge in the United States right over here. And you can see it over here. So it says snack wins, almond flour, cheese crackers, Parmesan cheese crisps, grain-free. This is the easiest way and the best way to get in. So it does all that marketing, market research and everything for you right here by doing deep research. So it has a bunch of stuff right over here, caveats right over here, market size figures right there. Keto as a diet is softening. The interstate shipping legality is the make or break issue. Shipping cost right there. Things to consider if you're going to actually go out and do this. It creates benchmarks and all that kind of stuff. So that is one of the great ways to use Claude right now. So hopefully you got value from this. Top 5 Claude AI features that save hours every single week. I've got some links below. Go check them out. And remember to go and sign up for the next AI for Business Summit. It's free to join. Hope to see you in that summit coming up for the next one. See you in the next video. Artificial intelligence is here to stay, and your company's growth now depends on your next move. Introducing the AI for Business Summit, a free live online workshop. You'll get a clear step-by-step blueprint to maximize AI across your entire business: marketing, sales, lead generation, and social branding. Learn to get more done in less time, fill your funnel, turn low-cost assistants into powerhouse team members, and become the #1 authority in your market. Taught by 4-time Inc. 5000 founders. Get your free seat today by clicking the first link in the description.